G'day folks. I figured I'd do a little update for this time of the week. It's Thursday afternoon and, well, I'm just chilling out here in the workshop. There ain't much else to do. Probably go back to playing a little more Deus Ex Human Revolution. Awesome game, that is. Yeah, just been getting back into work this last week. Got a bit of work tomorrow, which is Friday. I'm not going to be doing 4-day weeks as such, I don't think. I'll probably end up doing half Fridays. I'm working till 11 tomorrow, which is good. But it means can't run too late tonight on projects, but that's not a bad thing either. Yeah, what else can I say? I guess part of this update will be that I think PhotonicInduction's sorting himself out at the moment, which is good. He does have another channel up, which is, well, the main video is about respecting copyright, and I think the main thing that spurred him to come back again is that people are re-uploading his videos without authorization. Like when he took them down, he did not want people to just go and re-upload them, especially not if you're going to make money off them. So if anyone does find any more people reposting videos, just blatantly reposting them, report them to Photonic. Andy, I believe his real name is, Andy. Channel's PhotonicInduction ARC. He might re-upload some of the good old classic videos with more of an emphasis on safety. As he said in the previous video, or the goodbye videos which have since been deleted, it was getting out of hand, and I could see that in a few of his experiments. They were way bigger than what I'd even do in my shed. I mean, I've got a proper tin shed and everything here, and I would not make that kind of electrical arc discharge, that kind of noise, or I'd have the cops around here real quick. I mean, I live in a residential area too, and the kind of shit that he was getting into is just crazy. So I can't blame him at all for doing it. I'm even looking at what I'm doing a lot more seriously now. Especially because I've had my own fair share of scary video replies, or people sending me videos of them playing with stuff. And they don't put as much emphasis into safety as I do. I know I don't show all the safety measures that I use in each video or have a big disclaimer at the start, but let's just say I take electrical safety quite seriously despite how crazy my videos are. Like properly grounding things, using insulated rods and things to move wires around, not just a pair of cheap Chinese pliers to grab a high tension lead off a microwave transformer and poke it at things. That's just asking for death. And I mean death. Microwave transformers generally don't give you a second chance. I've heard of a few people getting bitten by them, and let's just say it's not pleasant after that either. It can result in rather permanent muscle injury and burns and that sort of stuff. So yeah, good emphasis on safety. I never advise people to mess around with microwave transformers as their first project anyway. I know I don't state it very often, but if you're really serious about high voltage, and I'm sure Andy would agree with me, start with something harmless, like, or relatively harmless, I should say, like a flyback transformer. Build a ZVS driver. Run a flyback transformer with it. Get bitten once or twice. It'll burn the tips of your fingers and make you wish you hadn't touched it, but it usually doesn't kill you unless you do something silly like add a lot of doublers to it. Then start messing around with neon sign transformers and Tesla coils, small ones. If you can build a Tesla coil and make it work, which I have done a long time ago in the past, I don't have it anymore, and I can't be bothered building another one at the moment. But if you can build a Tesla coil and make it work, you can build a ZVS and make it work, even get bitten by it once or twice, then you're ready to move on to big stuff like microwave transformers and capacitors, big stuff. High amperage, lethal. So yeah, that's just my little bit on safety. I'm going to do a proper video on it. I'm also going to get a proper camera like Andy uses. He has a digital video camera with a little flip around display so you can see when you're in frame. I've tried doing some videos in front of the camera, and I've also tried doing some live equipment autopsies, which I would like to do more of, but A, the files end up too big, and B, it's hard to keep an eye on the camera from behind and then work and keep everything in frame. Whereas the big, like Sony handycams and things, seem to have a much wider angle lens than even this digital camera, which isn't too shabby, I'll give it that much, but it's a lot easier to keep focus on something when you're a couple of feet away from it in front of it, and you can keep in the frame rather than doing all your filming and finding out you're over here when really you want to be there. So yeah, these micro cams are a pain in the ass for that aspect of video making. Apart from that, I'm just sorting out what can stay and what can go in this workshop because I got way too much shit. I'm going to do that plasma TV, I'm going to change the caps in the power supply and test the resistors that are known to fail. It is a very known fault with that unit. If that doesn't fix it, well, like I said before, we'll put a microwave transformer across it in the safest way possible. The LCD, yeah, vibration damage, probably dry joints or something. Maybe bad caps. I'm going to get the heat gun out and try and see if it'll fire up when I warm the caps up. Again, if it really just doesn't want to work, I'll probably end up canning it. I know the backlight and everything comes on just fine. The backlight's perfect. So that part of the inverter and the power supply board's working. I'm getting all the voltages to the digital board, even there's little 5-volt surface mount regulators which are working. It goes from 12 down to 5 on the other side of the regulator. That's working. There's just one problem with it, which is just not getting it powered to respond to the keypad on the front, or just start up, not to display signal. So yeah, I'm getting close to a fix on that one. Big power supplies, going to look at some of them soon. Something serious to mess around with. Jag, got to look at that soon, because the ethanol fuel that I got, and I really don't advise people to buy ethanol fuel from anywhere, especially not United Fuel in Australia. Brad keeps telling me that it's eating these little hoses that go to the jets and cause them to collapse or block up. But they're PVC, so they should be fairly resilient to ethanol, but then I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and try and source some replacements. I don't think I can just pull this to bits and make my own. I'll try not to lose all these little compression rings, because that's like a compression fitting there. So that's going to be a separate video in itself, I think, depending how much I do of it at a time. It just makes filming a bit hard when you're really concentrating on not screwing something up. And that's what I like about casual hobby projects. It's really easy to get the camera out and film them, but when I'm working on the car or something like that, I'm generally concentrating that much that I just can't be bothered doing a video. So yeah, that's generally what's happening right now. A whole lot of messing around and trying to sort stuff out. I've got bits of alternator everywhere. I've got to clean out this tool trolley so that I can use that again. I've got to assemble my parts storage rack that I got for Christmas. Oh god, there's way too much to do. Anywho, I'll post a link to Photonic's news site. Everyone else seems to be doing it, even though I got a message with the link in it saying don't give it to absolutely everyone. Everyone else seems to be just putting it up as an addition to their video. Hey, go look at this. So, yeah. Oh, and the whole geek group falling out thing, it seems a bit silly to me. I mean, I can sort of understand where Andy's coming from, but Chris didn't seem like that much of a dick in his video when he explained how much money he makes from it. I mean, he doesn't make an awful lot more than I do out of his videos. So really, it's the internet. Both parties need to realise it's the internet and everyone borrows ideas. I've borrowed some ideas off Andy, and he's even encouraged me to better them, and like the washing machine one, he even encouraged me to try it the first time. As I mentioned on the video when I first saw it, that I had an old front loader that I couldn't repair, and he encouraged me to try it. I think he told me the variac and that sort of thing about how he cranked up the motor. So, I don't know. It's a real double-edged sword. And the internet, well, yeah, it's just the internet, really. People borrow ideas off other people. If it's blatantly stealing something special and really profiting from it in a big way, that's a bit of a problem. Just ask one of my long-time subscribers and friends, Leo Kim Video. He's had videos of his, or at least one of them, show up on Yahoo without his authorization, and he's fighting them right now to try and get it down, because Yahoo have put their own ads on it and they're making their own money off it en masse. I don't know how many views it has, but it probably has a lot. So that's just rude to do that sort of thing, and it's also rude to take Photonic's videos and re-upload them as your own, especially if you're putting ads on them like some people were. That's not on. So, yep, he's back. Don't get carried away, don't go demanding any more crazy blow-up videos. He'll do what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, and hopefully get back into his life as well, which was the original goal of shutting the channel down. It was getting out of hand and consuming too much time. And that's sort of where I'm at right now with this one. I'm not going to shut anything down, but What I do out here will have more purpose to it rather than just spending a whole afternoon setting a washing machine up to destroy itself. Oh, enough rambling. I've already got 10 minutes of footage, which is going to take ages to upload. It's kind of funny, I can download a whole game like Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is 8.6 gigs, off Steam inside of 50 minutes. Like, it just flew down the line. And yet I can't upload to YouTube a 1 gig video in any less than about 4.5 hours. You figure that one out. But then again, it's probably to do with server communication protocol and the distance between the server and my PC. I know there's a technical answer to it. Oh, thanks for watching.